Hello everyone, very good evening. I am Unnati Barolia and today's topic is literature's role in reflecting and reshaping queer theory. Okay, my personal information, table of content and introduction. Queer theory has emerged as a dynamic framework for interrogating the norms of gender, sexuality and identity. Literature as a cultural artifact plays a pivotal role in both reflecting societal discourse and reshaping theatrical patterns by analyzing how literature portrays fluid identities, resists heteronormative constructs, and addresses intersectionality. This study highlights literature's potential to both mirror and redefine how boundaries of queer thought. Yes. Through this, we gain insight into how literature serves as a site of resistance, representation, and reinvention in the evolving discourse of queer theory. Okay, so defining queer theory, origins and core concepts. Queer theory is originated in the early 1990s from queer studies and women's studies. The term queer theory was coined by Italian American feminist theorist Teresa de Lauretis in 1990. The term was controversial at that time, and the challenging binary notions were that queer studies may draw from queer theory, but often centers a real world experience of LGBTQ plus individuals. Queer theory, on the other hand, questions the very concept of stable identities. And another one is this deconstructing power structures, where sexuality is not just a personal experience. It's shaped by society. Different societies define sexuality in different ways. It examines how power structure includes traditionality, shape, and marginalized queer identities. Now, representations of queer identities in classical literature, that how interpretation, interpretations and debates, that scholars debate the extent to which these representations reflect actual historical experiences. Like when we go back to the mythological stories, we often depict that gender roles and sex change are acceptable and normal, whereas a same-sex relationship are sometimes validated through divine acts like Vishnu's transformation into Mohini to interact with Shiva. And next one is queer subtext, where undermining readings can uncover layers of meaning that challenge traditional interpretations. Arjuna as Brihanala when he was during the exile and was teaching music and dance. So deities like also are Ardhanarishwar, that is Shiv and Parvati, a symbolize gender unity and transcendence. Okay, so submersive reading, uncovering queer subtext, where the hidden one is the queer readings look beyond the surface meaning to uncover the underlying themes and desire. It highlights how queer identities have historically been excluded from mainstream narratives. We can see info as well. So challenging assumptions, that this reading questions the dominant uh, interpretations and offer new perspectives on characters and relationships. We can see in Virginia Woolf's Orlando. The protagonist shifts gender over centuries, challenging the fixed nature of gender and showing it as a fluid and uh, performative. Now, amplifying marginalized voices, that queer reading help to amplify the voices of marginalized characters and their experience. Literature by Tagore and Asmik Chugati and other challenges this norms by presenting stories that destabilizes binary gender roles and highlights the complex realities of desire and identity. Okay, so modern queer literature and its transformative power, as already Pallavi mentioned, she has mentioned many examples of the movies and films, so we can easily understand that cinema as a cultural force, cinema is a mirror of society, often reflecting and shaping public perceptions of LGBTQ characters, and frequently shown as negative comedy or exaggerated. Examples include male characters dressing as women for laugh in film. Like we can see that in movies, like they are shown as a character, as a comic characters, to create a comic in a movie. So on. And yes, expanding representation. It offers a range of perspectives on queerness, showcasing the complexities of individual experiences. Third gender challenges the male female binary and includes hijras, transgender individuals, and other identities. Simone de Beauvoir and Kate Millete, they are one. Seme is African, American. So yes, and Kate Milatin is a philosopher, also a writer, emphasize females, both of them, gender as socially constructed rather than biologically determined. Okay, pedagogical implications, teaching queer literature in the classroom. Like this one is for the awareness, to create the awareness that how we can move from those considered as a taboo or as a like not considered as normal human being, to how to make it normalized, to like forward carry forward the normalization of them. Creating inclusive environments. This theory challenges the idea that identities like gender and sexuality are fixed, not or natural. Instead, queer theory suggests that identities are constructed through social interactions and are fluid and performative. Queer theory helps students understand that identity is not permanent and can change depending on context and power dynamics. Challenging bias. Queer theory helps us understand how this power relations influence our perception of ourselves and others. Queer theory encourages us to challenge normal or dominant ideas about identity, which often limit diversity and critical thoughts. Empowering students. In a composition classroom, queer theory encourages students to think about how they tell stories of their identities, both their own and others. Okay, so concluding over here, the relationship between literature and queer theory is mutually enriching. Literature reflects the core tenets of queer theory, such as resistance to binaries and celebrating and celebration and the celebration of fluidity, which also which while also reshaping the discourse by introducing new contexts and narratives, by challenging traditional perspectives of gender and sexuality. Contemporary texts contribute to an evolving understanding of queer identities. This dynamic adaptability underscores literature's role as a transformative force in cultural and theoretical landscape. As both mirror and a mold, literature not only captures the essence of queer theory but also pushes its boundaries, paving the way for a more inclusive and multifaceted discourse. So yes, these are my references, and thank you. Now I'm open for questions. My question is, what role do authors play in reshaping queer? Okay. Authors really play a good role in like shaping the queer theory. As I mentioned that to make it normalize, authors play a very great role to just bring out the surroundings, what is happening in society, and to make it normal. Their work is very much important. We can consider here Toni Morrison's works, and so yes, those works can really contribute. Nothing. My question is, what is the relationship between literature and societal perception of queerness? Okay. Literature and societal perception. Literature is all about the, as I mentioned, is about the truth, which uh, showcases the fact which has already been done or is happening. And the societal perception. Okay, so over here I would like to give an example of a Netflix series that is Mismatched. In that we can see Salina and Namrata, a best friend of Rishi. Okay, so in that she was totally sure that she is lesbian or gay. But when his family get to know about her reality, at that time their family was not, her mother and father were not ready to accept it. So to normalize and to accept that reality and fact, authors and literature play a great role. So yes, thank you.